This is our lecture for week 2 in advanced clothing construction. This week you'll be using 2 textbooks, Sewing for the Apparel Industry and Pattern Making for Fashion Design. Remember, your pattern making book is an e-book. To get your attendance credit, you need to have watched the lecture. This is not a live version. Not everybody's available when the virtual classroom is available. So it is recorded. It'll be posted by Monday afternoon. After you have watched the lecture, please write a short summary of the lecture and submit it on the assignment link by Tuesday night. And then take part in the forum discussion by Friday each week. And if you're the first one to post, you have until Saturday to come back on and post a response to one of your classmates' postings. If you're not the first one logged in, then you'll be able to take care of both requirements at the one time. The lecture summary is worth 10 points to your attendance grade, and the forum discussion is 20 or 25 points to your attendance grade. This is the bare minimum that you need to log in, but if you want to be successful in this program, I suggest to log in more than twice a week. That way you can stay up on all the assignments and make sure you manage your due dates. Those are very important. These assignments, Tuesday and Friday. All right, in this week, the main topic is going to be progressing with your custom dress design. In intermediate sewing, you did a top that same sort of format. You had to sketch it, design it, make the patterns for it, make a muslin, correct the muslin if it needs be, make the corrections to the paper patterns, then make it out of fashion fabric. This is the progression that designers go through for developing their designs. Now, in a larger company, the designer might only be in charge of doing the sketch, pass it on to the pattern maker makes the pattern, passes it on to the sample maker. You're a student, you're in school, you get to do all of it, and that's good though, because no matter where you might find a job anywhere within that line of design jobs, you know what is expected of you in that position. Or if your intention is to design your own line, well, you're going to need to be able to do all of these or direct others to do their part in all of it. So that's why you need to go through this. It also is in preparation for the very last class you have in this program is your collections class. Well, I'm sorry, aside from externship after that, but collections class where you will be doing this for 3 different garments. So this class focus one item, which is a custom dress design. This week you'll be developing the pattern, making the muslin of the dress. Remember, it's muslin, that's a fabric. Muslim with an M at the end is a religion. So please make sure you spell that correctly in your assignments and any writing. And after you've made a muslin dress, you will fit it on your dress form. And you have also chapter readings for linings and backings in chapter 24 of the Sewing for the Apparel Industry. And I'll pull together some resources on pressing special fabrics this week. Your assignments this week, lecture summary by Tuesday, forum discussion Friday, Saturday at the latest. Inspiration book sketches, I may have struck that off of there because I think you have plenty to be focusing on. That if there's no link for that, don't worry about the inspiration sketches. The dress design sketch, very important so that you can get started and I know what you're trying to do. By Tuesday, you need to have submitted sketches. Must have my approval to proceed with the project. That would basically be me grading it. Otherwise, your next assignments are grayed out and you cannot click on them and you will not be able to submit on them until you have done this one. So it's very contingent on this. And then after you have gotten approval and my feedback, please make sure you read the feedback comments, that you will work up a technical line drawing on a design sheet, and that's due by Thursday, so that I know you have a good understanding of all the details you're trying to work with. All right, so again, with that assignment, you need to make sure you go back, see my comments on that, so that I give those to you so you know what to do next and help the pattern development plan start to happen. You need to have the pattern pieces done by Saturday and sew a muslin and test fit on your dress form and mark it with any corrections. Using red marker on the white muslin fabric is great. That way I can see it. You have until Sunday, though, to have that part done. Remember, it's photographs that show me what you're doing, what you've gotten done. So make sure the photographs are clear. They are well lit so I can see. Make sure your patterns are labeled. If you don't tell me what the pattern piece is and if you don't have a grain line on there, then it's not done. All right, so remember those notations that I was a stickler for in pattern making class. That had to be on all of them and it got redundant, but there's a reason for it. And then your linings and backings chapter questions are due on Saturday. Now, the supplies to be able to accomplish these activities this week. You will need your art supplies for sketching up the dress. In the first sketch, I do not require color in it. Come next week, you will do an illustration with color. But I do want it clear enough I can see what you're trying to do. Your large paper to make patterns. If you don't happen to be able to have a roll of some banner paper or butcher paper that you can get at art stores, the brown paper sacks from the grocery store, cut them to open them up flat and tape them together. I actually still even have some of my patterns from college that were done on brown paper bags. And then you'll need some muslin or a like fabric, meaning a medium to lightweight cotton fabric, not printed for the test fit because I won't be able to see your markings very well. And if your design is symmetrical, you only need to create the muslin for 1/2 of the garment on the body. You just pin it at center front and center back. And of course your sewing supplies, so you'll be able to sew it together. Now, some tips or thoughts here when you are thinking about designing your dress. There's two different approaches. One might be a dress that does not have a waistline seam. You will have to develop a torso foundation sloper. Right now, I do not have a video up on my Course Connection just yet, but Wednesday afternoon is when I have my time open to try and film one of those and get that up for you so you can see what does it take. But Chapter 18, starting on page 384, in your Pattern Making for Fashion Design textbook, shows you how to do this. In fact, that is what I'm going to follow along in recording a short video, and all you need are your sloper front and back bodice pieces. And even if you're not doing a dress design that does not have the waistline seam, it doesn't hurt to have one of these slopers on hand. And if you're going to go to the extent of producing one, I suggest grab a couple pieces of poster board. That way it's on hard poster board like I had suggested back in intermediate sewing to put your sloper bodice pieces on. That way they're real easy to trace around like a stencil every time you want to start on a working pattern. All right. Then, oh, I'm sorry, going back to that last one. That's the torso one. There is a video on my Course Connection for the contour bodice piece, and that is another one depending on the cut of armholes or a deep cut neckline, or if you wanted to develop a princess seam sleeveless top part to the dress, the contour piece would be helpful to have, or the contour bodice. And you could create that right on top of the front bodice that you already have. Just watch that video on my Course Connection for it. All right, so the approval on your dress design. Why do you need approval? Well, one, I want to be aware of what your ideas are prior to you getting started, so I am prepared to help answer a question along the way. If you text me a question, if I haven't seen what you're trying to do, I don't know where we're going with it. And this way I can help you in pattern development stages and help you get to what I think you are trying to do. The more information you have on a sketch, the better. Um, if you've already looked through the book and picked out pattern manipulations that are shown in the book, makes your job easier. If I have some examples down here of about taking good pictures as well. The one on the left, I can kind of see what your design is, but it's kind of hard too. The one on the right, it's a lot easier for me to tell. If you've got notes in there, here and there, then I really know what you're going for type thing. I took that picture and then I used my crop tool in my editing with my photo deal on iPad and got all the extra stuff out of the way. Plus, it's up close where I can read more of the handwriting, where the one on the left, I can't even hardly read the handwriting there. So please provide me the best so that then I can turn around and provide you the best as well. Um, so, kind of overview of the whole design project. Last week you started your Pinterest board. I see both of you that are in this class right now. I went and looked at them. I think we were going to have some really neat dresses. I love where you're both coming from. Interesting thing, you both kind of have this little asymmetrical drape to one side kind of look. So that's good. In a sense, I'll be hopefully answering the same kind of questions with both of you if that's the case. You both got them done, so excellent. Now, sketch up your dress, what you want to do. Remember, that's due by Tuesday. Utilize that textbook, look for ideas, and I really, really suggest for this first time around, stick close to pattern manipulations shown step by step in the book. It makes your pattern development easier. You'll make the muslin of the dress design. You'll make pattern changes to the muslin, marking it, make the changes to your paper patterns. Then come next week, you will move into actually making the dress from fashion fabric and then illustrating the dress on portfolio grade paper. And the last thing that's not on here, you need to job cost the dress. You need to keep your receipts of anything that you're using in the dress so that when it comes to the end stage, you can figure out what it cost you and what, if somebody wanted to buy that, what you would turn around and charge them. All right, I think that's it for now. Thank you for listening. You can reach me at mwamigo, clarysagecollege.com if you have questions. I'm also in my office after 2 p.m. at 918-298-8200, or I can be reached via text on my cell, 918-704-4525. And don't forget, we can also use our iPads and FaceTime each other. That way, if you're trying to deal with something and work on something and you really need me to see it, or I need to see something to figure out what you're talking about, you can show me right through that. It's a video link. I can see what you need, or maybe then I can demonstrate for you what you're trying to do. Okay, I think that's it. Have a great week. I can't wait to see some of these dress designs. Bye.